Hello, Internet, and welcome to Wednesday's Serial for February 10th, 2010. Got a good lineup of comics, so let's get to it. First up is Choker by Bens Templesmith and McCool, and this is my first McCool comic, and I have to say, I am instantly a fan. And I have always been a fan of Templesmith's art, and it's a little more cleaned up for this comic, but it really works for it. I love the neo-noir that's going on in this. It's gritty, it has the sex and drug references that you just need in this kind of comic, and it's great non-spandex fun. It's a great Image title. It's one of 6, so I'd really recommend picking up now. It is at $3.99 for the price tag, which is a bit more than most comics, but totally worth it and totally worth supporting some great creators. Next up is ASM 620, or Amazing Spider-Man, and Dan Slott just writes the best Gangland Spider-Man stories, plus some Mysterios thrown in there, and it is just great. I haven't been such a huge fan of the Gauntlet. It's been good, but not as good as most of the other stuff prior. But this 3-issue arc was really just amazing. It's been tying in so much continuity that's been building up over the past few years. Brought a couple things to a head, and I have to say is probably the best 3-issue arc or best few issues of Spider-Man in quite a while. Definitely would recommend picking these 3 up. I'm sure they're easily available and really don't even tie into the rest of the Gauntlet so much, so definitely worth picking these up. And next on my list is Sword 4, which is a dang good comic, but if you haven't been following it, I think it'd be really hard to jump into the middle of it right now. It's nearing the end of its first arc, so it's pretty mired in its own little quirks right now. If you can go back and pick them up, this has been a really fun, quirky series, but on its own, this issue is pretty dependent on the others. Now to the same theme, but a different company, DC Rebels 13. This series has just been kicking me in the pants. Awesome every time, just building up. Each issue has its own thing going on, so you could pretty much pick it up. It is just amazing. Amazing writing, the art's solid for it. Building up to this big conflict with Starro. There's just not quite enough to say and without going way too in-depth for this kind of review. Last on the docket is Secret 618. This comic had fast pacing, awesome, and a great reveal at the end. Actually, it's really hard to talk about the comic without giving something away. So that's going to be it for this week. Hope you liked the video, and I'll try another one again next week.